Hello, everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of the Infinite Geek podcast. I am Dale Denton, and with me is the beautiful and wonderful
Christopher Donald. Although I wouldn't really say beautiful. I kind of tend to break mirrors every time I go near them. But it's a different story.
what story it is. Basically, hello everyone. This is a podcast we've been wanting to do for a while, and well, mainly. I don't know if I speak for you here, Chris, but I'm a big geek.
I think from the name of the podcast, I'll kind of say that two of us are.
Maybe. I mean, I think it's left in doubt slightly. You know?
I will warn you just now, we will stumble a lot.
Yes.
So,
first episode, folks.
Be ready for that. That'll be fun.
This is the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. pilot. You think, well, it was kind of shit, but maybe it could develop, you know.
See, I want to say things, but I'll spoil
it. It gets good. Let's put it like that. And so will we.
Although now we've said that, I'll be like, they've recorded it at the pilot of S.H.I.E.L.D. How far behind are they? Oh, wait.
Yeah, so in this, we're going to talk about movies, news, TV, games, comics, books. Just awesomeness in general, folks. Awesomeness. And we're going to bring you along with us.
Then if you want to get us to talk about anything in general, send us a message, comment, whatever the general etiquette is for this.
Like, subscribe, you sexy people.
We're already whoring ourselves out in the first episode, there you go.
It's, what else would they expect from us, Chris? Let's be honest.
I know, true.
So, shall we get into it?
We can at least try.
There was some cool news lately. You like Lord of the Rings, Chris?
I do indeed, yes.
I quite like it myself.
It's not like I've seen all the extended editions so far.
It's not like I've read all of the books repeatedly, and you know.
I think you went on that one then.
It's not like I stalked Peter Jackson for a few years.
Just standing behind him one day.
I love you, my precious Jackson.
And that's the story of how he got restraining order against Peter Jackson.
Of course. Well, Lord of the Rings, it's awesome. It's Lord of the Rings. Do you like The Hobbit?
The Hobbit was awesome. Same with the second one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going by films, not books, but
the book is pretty good. But so you like the new Hobbit movies?
Yes.
I quite like them myself. Some people dislike them. I love them personally. So give me more.
Oh.
Yeah.
I always hate how he ends his films, and I'll just leave it at a cliffhanger.
Oh, that one in Desolation of Smaug. Oh, that was a beauty.
Or it's what's that? Gandalf just fell off a bridge. We'll start you the next film. You son of a bitch.
There will be probable language in this podcast, just so you know, folks. So
probably me.
Any kiddies listening, don't tell your parents.
But if you are kids listening to this, wow, you're smart. Or not, because you're listening to this.
So, The Hobbit. The whole reason we're talking about this. Peter Jackson himself officially announced, I believe it was on Facebook, that the title of the third and final Hobbit film is being changed, Chris.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, last time I heard it was There and Back Again?
Yeah, The Hobbit, There and Back Again. And there has been rumours, the OneRing.net reported recently, that they were thinking about changing it to Into the Fire.
Into the Fire?
Which I hate.
Into the Fire. It kind of sounds like...
If you remember in the first film, Gandalf's like, out of the front pan and into the fire. That's my awesome Gandalf impression.
Into the Fire, that is kind of similar to the story of Lord of the Rings. Get the ring, into the fire.
It's Into the Fire seemed like a more appropriate title for the second film.
Ah, true, aye.
Yeah. Well, main point, Chris, is it's not Into the Fire, because PJ himself announced it is now, drumroll, The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And the five armies would be...
Spoilers.
Ah.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah. Read the book, it's been up for like 70 years.
True. It's not like I could just go straight to Google or something. Excuse me.
But yeah, from there and back again to the Battle of the Five Armies, he reasoned because when it was originally 2 films, in the second film, Bilbo got there and then he went back again. but now with the trilogy, he gets there in the second film, and then but then leaves in the third. So he felt it didn't sit right with him. It made no sense to call it there and back again, which I can understand and accept.
Yeah, true.
And the Battle of the Five Armies is like going to be a massive thing in the third film.
If it looks anything like the flashback in
Oh,
the second film,
yeah.
the second Lord of the Rings, where it was Isildur fighting Sauron.
Oh, that was great.
If battles anything like that, or
When the books, the Battle of the Five Armies, think Helm's Deep
I was about to say that Helm's Deep.
times like 1,000.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's some deep shit.
that sounds awesome.
It's if they pull it off, it's gonna be something special. But it makes me sad. You want to know why?
Why?
This is gonna be the last Middle Earth movie.
So it is. They're not even going to make a Silmarillion.
No, and I'd love that because I'm currently reading the Silmarillion, and it is weird as hell. If anyone listening that's read the Silmarillion, Chapter 1, the Anal Indil,
What?
the Anal Indili, or something like that.
Okay.
God makes the universe through music.
I'm glad you can pronounce your A's properly, or that would have been a completely different title.
Yeah, it's an out there book, but it's pretty good. And yeah, but they don't have the rights to make a movie of that or anything else, and the Tolkien estate won't ever give it because they hate the movies.
What?
Yeah, did you not know this?
No.
The Tolkien the Tolkien estate is like taking Peter Jackson and New Line Cinema and all that to court several times. What? I know, it's outrageous.
Why? They're brilliant films.
They are brilliant, but they feel like they took the majesty of Tolkien's work and made them into like action packed.
They see I'm only guessing, but they would see the books as yeah, it'd still be adventure, but like most things when they get turned into film, they're more action. So instead of like, I don't know, Frodo sneaked past, it would be in the film, he did a barrel roll past a guard or something.
I think I've seen that in the Hobbit films several times.
So you don't get the suspense of, oh god, he needs to sneak past him. It's he's just rolled past. Cool.
But it's not like they're Transformers. I fucking hate the Transformers
I
films.
love the Transformers.
Oh, I hate Michael Bay in this.
We've just started and we're already going to finish over this.
Yeah, it's like, you like Transformers? Well, fuck you, Chris.
See the stuff for the new one?
Oh, see, I'm not falling for it again, but I feel like I am falling for it again. I hated the second film. Then I seen the trailer for the third one. I was like, oh, it looks awesome. Alright, I'm in. Hated the third one. And now the fourth one, he's giving me Dinobots. Apparently Galvatron's in it.
I know my child loved the dinosaurs. It's just like, oh, go and watch it now.
It's like Optimus Prime riding Grimlock with a giant sword in hand. How can that not be awesome?
I know. Same with the one in the trailer that kind of parachutes out with the double SMGs. And you're
yeah.
Excuse me, do you know how badass you're being just now?
But it's Michael Bay. I hate Michael Bay. There's only like 1 or 2 movies he's done that I actually like.
If he pulls this one off, it'll be a surprise.
Yeah, well, I'm optimistic. I want it to be good, you know.
Isn't he the one doing Ninja Turtles?
No, he's producing Ninja Turtles,
really?
but it's got a lot of his style. Hey, the guy that's actually directing Ninja Turtles doesn't fill me with confidence.
Although the trailer looked pretty good.
Yeah, not really.
Oh, I loved it.
There was only 2 minutes in the 2 bits in the trailer I liked. One where we see Shredder's armor, even though I think the guy playing Shredder is miscast. And the moment where Leo smashes down and April O'Neil, Megan Fox, is kind of scared, and then Mikey, she's like, chow, no, look, it's just a mask, we're all good. You know, that was funny, that was good.
I saw a comic of that, and it was that bit where it was like, oh chill, it's just a mask, and he takes the paper off. He takes the mask off. She's like, I was like, oh no, sorry, it's still just a mask, and then he rips his face off, and she's just like, nope.
I want to see that Teenage Mutant Ninja Paper Turtles.
I got the word wrong.
That sounds like a cult hit. But yeah, so next topic of conversation.
Next topic, I think we went through
Yeah,
five there.
I know.
From Lord of the Rings to Transformers. It's quite a progression.
Transformers wasn't even on the list of discussion.
God, there was.
No, but it was fun. It was fun. Batman versus Superman.
Wasn't that delayed?
Yes, it was supposed to come out next year, along with Age of Ultron and Star Wars.
Oh, Age of Ultron's just pissing me off now.
Oh, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. First, but
we won't.
We'll do Batman Superman. Then I want to get into why it's pissing him off. Did you like Man of Steel, Chris?
It was a good view on Superman. I think it's better than all the other ones I've seen. Although you can't get Smallville wrong. I enjoyed watching it.
Oh, we've literally just started and we've disagreed in several things already. I hated Smallville.
I loved it.
I loved Lex Luthor in it.
The comics that continue the story are
like
pretty good.
season 11 or whatever.
I don't know.
Because they introduced Batman in it.
Did they?
In the comics, yeah.
Ooh.
Like Barbara Gordon's Nightwing.
I need to get these comics. Anyway, the comics.
We're just the height of coolness here,
Uh-huh.
folks.
they continue on the story, and I think the best one that I saw cover-wise, I can't remember which issue it was, but he'd managed to get a Green Lantern ring.
Superman with a Green Lantern ring.
Yeah.
Oh, that is brilliant.
The cape was gone, but he still had the S, and he kind of had like shoulder pads on and shit. It sounds very 70s, but
I feel like I want to see Green Lantern Superman with a cape. Like a green cape, you know.
like Darkest Night one, with Batman as Green Lantern.
Oh,
That was interesting, I have to say.
okay, that is a great night. Great night, great
Great
comic.
Well, you could say great night.
Yeah, oh well, come on, it's Batman. He's always a great night. But yeah, Batman versus Superman. Henry Cavill coming back as Superman. Ben Affleck as Batman. Oh come on.
No, I'm not. A lot of people are kind of saying, "Oh no, Ben Affleck."
Yeah, I love the Batfleck.
But everybody's got their own opinion.
Of course,
I think he'll be a reasonable Batman. Everybody kind of says, "Oh no, this person's going to be Batman."
Batman.
Batman.
Batman and Bobbin.
Like, we've got their own views before a Batman's announced, and then like afterwards, it's like he's actually pretty good.
It's happened before. Michael Keaton, Christian Bale,
Fat Man.
yeah, Kevin Smith.
Oh.
I love Kevin Smith.
It's the suit though that they've announced, the Noel suit.
Oh, I've heard that. It's like show us a photo. Come on.
If this is put out on video form, we'll kind of get a Noel suit up. Hopefully. If not, then sorry. You can Google it for yourself.
Yeah, it's worth a look. It's also if you've got Arkham Origins, it's in that as playable.
Oh,
so you get play as Ben Affleck.
Although in the film though they've announced that how in the cartoons when he's got the bat suit on, his white eyes.
Yeah.
They're doing that.
Oh, you're kidding me.
But I don't know how they're going to show emotion because you can only show so much emotion with the mouth.
Well, Spider-Man does it.
You don't even see his mouth. That's the best thing. He's just got his.
I mean,
starky comments.
That means Batman's got an advantage because you're still getting emotion through his mouth.
He's still got his tongue.
That's how he.
Well,
that's how.
Mary Jane found out a way to get Spider-Man's anyway.
Oh god. See, I was gonna make a Catwoman joke, but you just took it to a whole new level.
Alright. Alright, but the Noel suit with the longer ears and. Well, I think his longer ears is stubbly ears.
In Arkham Origins, it's short ears.
Okay, short ears then. Aye, but with the eyes, in the cartoons you see, like, they're able to move the eyes.
Yeah.
They can, an eyebrow up, the eye gets bigger, an eyebrow down, like, all that eye stuff. But,
well, I mean...
If they can do it like that, then that'll be interesting to see. Like, you'll have, like, a CGI eyes. CGI eyes?
CGI eyes. I'm Batman. Yeah, wow, I just lost my train of thought. No, yeah, I remember. I like the idea of lenses on his eyes because we've never had that before. It's always been in the live action movie. It's always been you can see his eyes.
I think I've seen one where there was lenses, but I have no idea what it was.
Was it like an old, like black and white thing?
No, it wasn't. It was in colour. There was lenses. What the hell? I need to get this. I need to find this. I'll do it after this. You never know. It could be Batman and Robin or something.
What about the voice? Because as awesome as the Dark Knight trilogy is, a lot of people rip on Christian Bale's.
I'll give you a lozenge and then you can talk.
Do you think Ben Affleck should just use his normal voice, or do you think they should maybe he should have a voice changer thing, built into the mask?
Like Arrow has?
Kinda, yeah.
Well, not Arrow. Smallville's Green Arrow had a voice changer. Now back to Smallville.
Arrow's a much better show.
Yeah, Arrow is much better. Oh, speaking of Arrow, Flash.
Oh, I'm not on season 2 yet. I'm still working my way through season 1, and it's getting a lot better.
I heard about Flash and I was like, really? So I done a bad thing. I done a bad thing and went onto YouTube.
Oh,
and I found,
blasphemy, man!
It's me. I do that. I found these how he turns into the Flash, and it is the typical he's walking about.
You get hit by lightning.
He was in his lab come newsroom thing, and he's looking out the window and he sees the storm coming to him. Sorry for spoilers in this, but
yeah,
I'm kind of on a roll.
It's like, fuck you, viewer. I'm spoiling it anyway.
He's looking at the storm coming towards him, and all these vials and jars around him start to float.
What?
And then the lightning comes through the roof and gets him, and you're sitting there going, what? Because the only times I've seen Flash transformations is Flashpoint.
Alright.
Where he's sitting on the chair with fucking Wayne Man behind him.
Wayne Man?
I can't remember. He's
Batman!
No, his dad's name.
Thomas.
Jesus,
not Wayne Man.
Wayne Man. I'm Wayne Man. Nope.
Copyright DC, that's our superhero.
I'll just get a picture of Bruce Wayne with the Batman suit, but just his face. Right there.
Yeah,
God, what have I done?
I'm looking forward to the Flash show. And
like how we went from Superman versus Batman to Flash.
We still not even got to the main news point about Batman versus Superman.
Have we not?
No, it's you know how Wonder Woman's going to be in the Batman Superman movie.
Am I right in saying that it was the lead woman in John Carter?
No.
Or am I completely off?
You're
Just that's a fantasy that I want to happen.
Yeah, nice fantasy though.
Oh, it would be.
Oh, it would be. I always thought Evangeline Lilly would be a good Wonder Woman.
Who?
Tauriel from Hobbit. Ginger Ale. Lost.
Yes.
Yeah. I always thought she'd be a good Wonder Woman.
No.
But
I'd like to see a chunky Wonder Woman.
Well, then your dreams have been smashed because our Wonder Woman in the movie is Gal Gadot.
Who?
Fast and Furious. I don't know anything else she's in.
That woman.
She was a model and now she's an actress. I'm doing air quotes when I say actress.
Is that Fast and Furious
she's in the 4th, 5th, and 6th one.
4th, 5th, and 6th?
No.
Well, I need to go watch one of these.
I've seen the 4th one and she's not in it much, and she doesn't really leave much of an impression.
Is she Dom's brother? Sister?
What? yeah, Dom's brother is Wonder Woman.
What a twist.
We all knew it anyway. Those Amazons, they're too big.
A picture of Dom in a dress.
Vin Diesel as Wonder Woman. Let's be honest, the world needs to have that happen.
Vin Diesel is great.
Great. Let's hold on.
Yeah.
Anyway, Wonder Woman, played by Gal Gadot, is in Batman vs Superman. I've known that for a while. I hope she does a good job, but like I said, she's not the best actress in the world.
Isn't the Flash going to be in the Batman Superman?
There's been rumours, but what's not a rumour? Not anymore. Confirmed, Chris.
Ooh,
confirmed last night, I think. Cyborg is in it.
Ooh.
From Teen Titans and the new 52 Justice League.
I was going to say, would it be a Teen Titan version? But no, I want it to be the new 52.
In new 50,
I liked the origin story in that one.
Yeah, it was good. Michael B. Jordan played him in War. No, I love Michael. No, wait, no, he didn't. No, he played him in Flashpoint. Sorry. It was Shamar Moore that played him in War.
Oh,
I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, playing him in the Batman vs Superman movie as the actor Ray Fisher.
The name sounds familiar.
He's a Broadway actor. He was also in the running for the main part in Star Wars Episode 7. Yeah. I guess he's not anymore if he's playing Cyborg. Well, that's the thing. It's not confirmed he's playing Cyborg. It's confirmed he's playing Victor Stone.
Well, if he's playing Victor Stone, then
Well, yeah, but I don't imagine that while Batman is taking on Superman and Lex Luthor and Wonder Woman are involved, I don't think we're going to be seeing the origin story of Cyborg amongst that.
Well, it worked in War.
Yeah, but War's an animated movie that had a
true.
lot going on in it. That was a
good film.
it was pretty good, yeah. And
Fucking all the other films where you see the TV shows against Darkstar. Darkstar?
Darkseid.
Darkseid. Who's Darkstar?
It's
That's a really old film. Why did I think of that?
I think there is a character called Darkseid.
Anyway, Darkseid. Sorry. Like everybody's always beaten to a pulp basically, and it's like down to a character you wouldn't think would defeat him. New 52, they stick a crowbar and Wonder Woman's sword in his eye. It's like, okay, that was a good leap. Can you do that again?
I've got the comic that film's based on. It's pretty good. I'm still annoyed that they took Aquaman out though. Aquaman, the new.
Although that bit at the should we mention the after credits?
Well, no, we shouldn't mention
Okay.
that. Let's just say there's potential for a sequel, folks. Yeah. So Ray Fish, I don't think it. They said that it's going to be a small role in Batman vs Superman for Vic Stone, but that it's going to be expanded in future movies, aka Justice League.
It may not even be playing as the Cyborg. It may just be they're watching a football match in the background.
Well, see, that's the thing that got confirmed. One of the very first shots ever done, quite a few months ago for Batman vs Superman, was at a football stadium. So now that we know Vic Stone is in the film,
well, there we go. It could just be like a small cameo like that, but then something will happen during Batman and Superman fighting that he has to.
With a certain Lex Luthor, maybe.
Yeah. Like you know, Lex will pull out some random super suit.
Or make Facebook. Jesse Eisenberg.
Is it him that's doing Lex?
Yeah, did you know that?
I wasn't. I've not read up for it in a while.
Well, do you know it got announced I think the same day as who's playing the new Alfred?
Well,
Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons, who's that?
Die Hard with a Vengeance. Lion King, he played Scar. He was in the Aragon movie.
Oh, what?
Yeah. He's in the Borgias as well. He's great in the Borgias.
How could he be Alfred? I don't see him play.
Wait, what? I've always wanted him as Alfred.
But Alfred's like a calm role. He's always cool and collected. You can't see fucking him cool and well. You can't see him cool.
I've seen. He's always cool and calm. He's the coolest of cool. He's a cool cat.
Cool.
It also depends on what kind of interpretation of Alfred they're gonna do, because in more modern times, like in the TV show Beware the Batman, Alfred's like a spy. He's not really like the kind of I'm your butler, sir. Would you like some tea? It's more like I'm a fucking ex-CIA agent, you know. Fuck you, Bruce. You know, be Batman.
I brought you some tea, sir. I don't want it. You're gonna have your tea, mate. Okay.
Oh yeah, Alfred's basically like old James Bond in like newer incarnations, which is awesome.
If he plays that, then that would be good.
That would be interesting, and it'd be different from anything I've seen.
Because I can imagine like his grump, like his type of voice, like with the gruff that he's got to it. Like it'll be all cool and collected, then Bruce would say something, and you could just hear him like growling at him or something. And
then he just like throws Bruce off a mountain for Simba to cry over.
Or he breaks his back for no apparent
reason.
Yeah.
Moving on. Something that I'm afraid. No, actually, let's leave that for now. Age of Ultron. I remember you saying that was pissing you off. Why is Age of Ultron pissing you off?
I've not read the comics to Ultron, but I know the like some of the lore.
Yeah.
And it's created by Hank Pym,
aka Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, which they're not making a movie for till like next year or the year after. Well, they're making it just now.
Ant-Man comes out like a couple months after Avengers. Age of Ultron.
Fair enough.
And Hank Pym is confirmed to be in it, played by Michael Douglas.
But why?
Why?
I don't know.
Well, Joss Whedon described it as they wanted to keep it more personal instead of like, oh yeah, by the way, the big baddie Ultron is created by this guy Hank Pym, who you've seen this future movie. They wanted to keep it more personal and connected to the Avengers. So I mean, the big rumor is that it's Iron Man, Tony Stark, that creates Ultron, and you can kind of see that because I mean with Jarvis and the Iron Man suits.
And now that the way they ended the third film with him getting the reactor out his chest.
Yeah, it's like I'm not Iron Man anymore. Well, he says I'm Iron Man, but maybe
I hated the third Iron Man.
I had problems with it, but overall I liked it. It's better than the second one, I thought.
Yeah, it's better than that, but I still didn't like it. It's just the way like Mandarin was supposed to be an all-time enemy, and it's just no, he's a wee English actor. There you go.
Can I tell you something? That gets spoiled for me.
Did it?
I was on
was it me?
No,
Sorry,
I was on a website, and I was looking through the comments. I really shouldn't read the comments, and
oh, that's a bad idea.
And it got spoiled for me. So when it happened in the film, it didn't impact me as much.
Oh, man.
So I kind of rolled with it.
No, like when I was watching the film for the first time, I was like, "Oh, that was Mandarin. I wonder what he's gonna do."
I know,
like,
Ben Kingsley as well. Ben Kingsley.
It's like, oh, the voice goes with it, and I could imagine this is like, oh, I can see the two of them like fist fighting and shit, and then it's just, all right, how you doing? No, you be the bad guy, please.
Did you see?
Make your rings do magic things.
Did you see the little short they did called "All Hail the King"?
No.
Maybe I shouldn't spoil it for you then.
Oh,
let's just say there's hope for a proper Mandarin.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I feel like as soon as this podcast is over, he's just gonna go on the internet and it's like, "Oh, hail the king! Oh, hail the king!"
Chills.
But yeah, that's all I'll say about that. But I'm looking forward to Age of Ultron.
The Vision, though. Have you heard about the stuff with him?
Yeah, I've been played by the guy who does Jarvis.
I had to tell my mum who that was today. Like, oh, that's the guy that's such and such. Like, no, mum, that's a really fat guy you're talking about. I can't see him running about in a tight lycra suit.
I'm very curious how they. Oh God, I hope they don't do the love story between Scarlet Witch and Vision.
If they do, they would need to be really careful about it. Because what age is she in the movie?
She's like in her 20s.
That's right. I thought she was going to be younger than that.
No, I hated that in the comics. I know some people like it, but it was just weird. And it's like she's in love with a robot. Granted, a robot who feels human or whatever. I don't read much Vision, but
you don't have any vision.
But then they had kids at one point, and it was like, how? Like, what?
Maybe it made robot jizz?
You're really keeping the classiness of the podcast going, aren't you, Chris? You know, certainly kind of lowered the tone there.
It did. Is it sad that I'm thinking of ways that he could do that now? Like sitting with a microscope with tiny little microchips and everything going, okay, that's it, that's good.
I think you need to get help more, Chris.
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay. Moving on to something which I can make robot jazz over. Star Wars!
Then this is where the rest of the episode goes to.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry.
I am a huge Star Wars fan, folks. I'm currently wearing a Star Wars shirt.
Well, this is where I'm just going to say, yeah, really? Wow. Yeah, cool.
I will get you into Star Wars. I will like I will stick sellotape to your eyes and force you to watch.
Really?
Star.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Some big Star Wars news. Unfortunately, nothing to do with Episode 7. They're really keeping it close to their chest on this one for that film.
They don't want the Jar Jar at this time.
Oh, don't even. Oh, I hate that character.
Why would you mention his name?
Yeah. Oh God. No, Episode 7. I'm confident about and optimistic for, but no, the big news was about the expanded universe, Chris. Do you read many Star Wars books or comics?
You're asking me if I read.
Have you played any of the video games?
I've played games to the prequels and one of the Force Unleashed, and that's it.
Well, Force Unleashed is expanded universe.
Aye, true, so it is.
Yeah. Well, everyone's been. There's like 30 odd years of expanded universe materials, like books, comics, video games, etc. And everyone, since the announcement of the new movies, everyone's like, well, what's going to happen to the expanded universe? Because a lot of it is great. Like, I've personally heard something like the Thrawn trilogy is a good example of wow, just wow. It's set 5 years after Return of the Jedi, and it is awesome. Like anyone listening, check out the Thrawn trilogy: Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, which is my personal favorite, and The Last Command. They are amazing, and Legacy of the Force and Fate of the Jedi and the Yuzan Vong stuff and Darth Bane, etc. All of that is not canon anymore. But they're not canon. But Disney came out yesterday in great fashion and said, "Yeah, we're gonna do our own thing now, but that all the stuff that came before it was great."
They've at least acknowledged it before they've
Yeah,
thrown it
they
out the window.
acknowledged it. It's all gonna still be there
Yeah.
because they're gonna reprint it all
Oh.
as Star Wars Legends. There's going to be a new banner, which is all. That's what the expanded universe is now. The expanded universe has now become Star Wars Legends.
I like the idea of that. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
it means that the books are going to be reprinted and whatnot, and they're there if you want to get into them. And I'd recommend getting into them because they're great.
It's a good shopper's hint if you've got any of the original prints now.
Yeah, oh Jesus Christ, can you imagine? But yeah, the Star Wars Legends. But then not only that, they're also going to cherry pick the best bits.
Oh, and then try and put them into
yeah,
stuff.
and incorporate into like the new TV show Star Wars Rebels and the future
There's a new
movies.
TV show.
Jesus Christ, Chris! Yeah, Rebels is a new TV show coming out this summer, I think, or fall, autumn. I don't know.
Other TV shows are available.
I'm really looking forward to Rebels because it's set between episode 3 and episode 4, the dark times of the Empire.
Very nice.
And it's made by mostly the same people that did the Clone Wars, and I fucking love the Clone Wars.
Is it an animated series?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
with the same style?
No, a slightly different style. It's
Right.
actually, the art style has been based on the original Ralph McQuarrie art for the original trilogy.
Good.
Yeah, I'm geeking out.
The art style to Clone Wars was okay.
It grew on me over time.
I don't know. It's like the Green Lantern animated series. Did you see any of that? It was kind of the 3D stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
Clone Wars had more. Clone Wars was better than that.
I had more detail.
Yeah. I still kind of liked the Green Lantern show though. Fortunately, it was cancelled.
Was it?
Yeah, along with Young Justice, which pissed me.
Young Justice was awesome.
I know, right? And now that we're going into fanboy rage here now, because Young Justice was fucking amazing.
Although when Kid Flash died.
Oh, spoilers, folks.
Sorry.
Spoilers. Oh,
Sorry if you're watching it.
Broke my heart.
I nearly was in tears. It was like, oh man.
Oh, I love Nightwing in that. Like, he was great as Robin in season 1.
When he started it was Robin, and like every time it would disappear, you'd get that laugh, and you'd just be like, "Oh, you."
And then season 2 he was Nightwing, and I love Nightwing and Young Justice. But then the way they ended it, again, spoilers, folks. The way they ended it, it was like Darkseid. They introduced Darkseid, and it was like, oh my god.
Fuck. I need to keep.
Did you not see that?
I think I stopped watching it in like season 1.
Vandal Savage goes to Apocalypse, and you see like Granny Goodness and Desad, I think his name is, and then he shakes hands with Darkseid.
Jesus Christ!
It was like, holy fuck! Why is there not a season 3 to this? And
We must make a petition.
Oh, so many great shows cancelled, like Spectacular Spider-Man.
No. So many great shows cancelled, like Firefly.
Yeah.
You can just finish it.
Yeah,
there.
it's the greatest tragedy ever beheld. To hell with World War II and whatnot. It's you know.
Oh god, no.
I of course joke. People don't send me hate mail. It's I joke.
That Dale didn't.
Shush.
Hotmail.com.
I'm
gonna make that now just to see if someone does send trash to it.
But yeah, they also announced, Disney and Lucasfilm announced 4 brand new Star Wars books that are official canon, which has never happened before. A book has never been classed as canon because the only things that have ever been true canon are the 6 films and the Clone Wars. Now, canon is the 6 films, the Clone Wars, Rebels, Episodes 7, 8, and 9, the standalone films, but also these books. And the 4 books are Star Wars: A New Dawn, which is a prequel to Rebels. Star Wars Tarkin, which is like the backstory of Grand Moff Tarkin from Episode 4, and also the Clone Wars, which it's being written by James Luceno, who did Darth Plagueis, which is a great book. It's very dark.
I should probably start reading these.
Yeah, they're very good. I highly recommend it.
Okay.
Star Wars: Heir to the Jedi, which is a story focusing on Luke.
Ooh.
It's not post Return of the Jedi though.
Oh.
It's between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. But it's cool because on the front cover he's got like a black shirt on and the blue lightsaber. He looks awesome.
Okay.
And then the final book is Star Wars: Lords of the Sith, which focuses on a book I've always wanted to see, and I'm glad it's finally happened. And it's canon. It's a book focusing on the relationship between Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader.
That would be interesting.
I really want to see that because they have a great relationship because they're master and apprentice, and you know Vader always looked at him as a mentor, even in the prequels.
Yeah.
But they hate each other at the same time.
That's true.
Well, I mean, they are Sith, you know. It's like it's how they function. But yeah, it's gonna be good. It's a great time to be a Star Wars fan.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
I should probably start being one again.
Episode 7, man, come on! It's like
they're not like said they're going to make 7 more movies.
No, well, basically they've officially announced Episode 7, Episode 8, and Episode 9. Episode 7 comes out next year. Okay. 2 days before my birthday. Best present ever.
There you go. There's a birthday present for him if you can afford it or know him.
Yeah, just give me Star Wars.
Get him Star Wars.
Yeah,
there you go.
Just buy it off Disney and give it to me, and I'd be happy.
Acquire all the Star Wars.
Yeah. What was I saying?
I have no idea. Sorry.
Yeah, they've announced Episode 7, 8, and 9. J.J. Abrams is directing Episode 7. Hopefully, he directs 8 and 9 as well. You know, keep it consistent.
As long as there's not that much lens flare.
I don't mind the lens flare as long as it's a good story. But yeah, they've also announced spin-offs, and they haven't officially said what the spin-offs are going to be, but it's heavily rumored that the first one is going to be a Boba Fett movie.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
That would be awesome. I love Boba Fett.
Sweet.
Yeah, there's also like rumors of a Han Solo movie, like a young Han Solo.
I was going to say they wouldn't be able to do that now.
Yeah, it's like old man Ford, you know.
Him and his finger wagging.
Yeah. It's like, talk to me about Indiana, but not Solo. It's like, what about Blade Runner? Oh God, he's a grumpy old man.
Oh God, he is.
He's awesome though.
He is. He really is.
Yeah. Also a Yoda movie is rumored.
What?
Yeah, I've heard rumors it could be animated as well, like a Pixar movie.
I'd need to see screens.
I'd rather see an animated Pixar movie about Yoda than
a live action one where he's a doll again.
Yeah, or no, the CGI crap, you know, that was in Attack of the Clones.
Oh yeah.
I hated that, him jumping about with a lightsaber.
I liked that though, it showed that he could use the lightsaber, it wasn't just for show.
It goes against everything he proclaimed in episode 5 though, you know. It's like, war doesn't make one great, you know. It's use the Force, because the Force is everything.
Well, technically he did use the Force while he was jumping about like the frog he is.
He looked like a hopping bean. You know, he looked like a pea.
I've been struck.
He looked like a pea pod that had been like overdosed with steroids and it was just going crazy.
Oh, see that now?
Yes, me too. Or watch Attack of the Clones.
Ah, there you go. Watch Attack of the Clones.
Fuck those movies. Except Revenge of the Sith. I kind of like Revenge.
That was good. Before we start the next thing, we'll take a quick break because it has been nearly 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And I need to go to the toilet.
Oh my god!
So have some smooth jazz while we're away. And that's us back. Toilet break's over and we've refilled our cups, so that's a good thing.
Yes, it's always a good thing to refill
your cups. We were talking about Star Wars and we'll move away from that type of outer spacey adventure films.
Never! Never.
And we'll move on to other types of outer space adventure films, much like maybe Halo.
Because Halo's renowned for being a film.
Yeah, true. Well, there has been a lot of talks over a lot of years, maybe since the third one came out many years ago.
Peter Jackson was involved at one point as producer.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
It's like Hobbits in space.
Hobbits in space.
Hobbits in space.
Should be Peter Jackson's next film.
I would pay to see that.
Well, you got the Steven Spielberg TV show coming out.
Aye, true.
Yeah.
Because there was Forward Unto Dawn. I really enjoyed that.
Same. I watched it again the other night, and it's really well done. Bit cheesy here and there.
Yeah, but
but
still,
overall, it's a fine product.
it was a good way to link certain characters into the game.
And the game is just Halo 4 we're talking about, to be specific.
Yeah.
It's my personal favourite of the series, I think.
I like Wars.
Wars is good.
If you're going under a Claymore trilogy, then, well, Quad games? There's 4 of them. Well, trilogy's 3.
Oh, you have the original trilogy, which is 1, 2, and 3. Then you have the new Reclaimer trilogy, which will be 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, I thought the Reclaimer trilogy was the first 3.
No, that's the original trilogy.
Show you how much I know.
Wow. Yeah, but have you heard Mr. Ridley Scott himself, aka Alien, Blade Runner, Gladiator, Prometheus,
that guy
is working on a kind of Halo film, a digital exclusive type thing, similar to Forward Unto Dawn.
Although there was like District 9.
Neil Blomkamp, yes.
That Alien film, that was supposed to be a Halo movie.
Yeah, because Neil Blomkamp was the director of the Peter Jackson produced Halo movie, but it fell through, and so they made that.
Right, because there is like similarities in the weapons and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I loved
District 9 was great.
A lot of people don't like it.
Really?
Aye, people that I've talked to, they
well, they're
like
fucking idiots.
Yeah, they are.
I joke, of course, people. Film is subjective. You know, you can like what you like.
Although I think it was just a good film because the main alien was called Christopher. So
yeah. It's like, what was his surname again?
Probably something like with a few clicks in it.
Christopher.
Oh, that sounded like some tiki tribe in the Amazon.
We're getting slightly racist
We
now,
are,
Chris.
I'm sorry. That comes out every
We
so
did not mean it like that. You know.
And if you are listening from that tribe, I'm sorry.
Are you looking forward to Halo 5, Chris?
Yes. Oh God, yes.
Yeah. It's that the ending to Halo 4 is.
Oh, again, I never cried.
Yeah.
Cortana. Wow.
It's spoilers again. Wow, we're going deep into the spoilers in this cast.
Although 4's been out for a while, I don't think it is.
True. It's been out for like what?
If it's a spoiler for you, then wow, you need to catch up.
It's yeah, it was a pretty sad ending, but a good ending at the same time.
It's when he's walking through the ship,
Yeah,
his suit taken off, and he's like 73 foot tall,
which I like.
And it's been like he walks past that Spartan woman,
Palmer,
Sarah
Palmer.
The first time she sees him, she's like, "Oh, I thought you'd be taller."
And then you see
the next time he sees him, and he's like super evolved Spartan man.
Yeah, he's like towering above her. It's like, fuck you, Palmer.
Palmer, get your eyes checked.
I like Palmer though. She's voiced by Jennifer Hale.
Oh
yeah. I love the Hale.
You do?
Oh yeah. Shepard from Mass Effect.
Oh. I mean him.
It's like she got the Normandy. I don't know what that means.
No, neither do I. I was going to say something there and you put me off. Damn.
Have you been reading the Halo Escalation comics?
No.
They basically fill in the gap between Halo 4 and what will be Halo 5.
Ooh, anything good?
Well, the newest issue that's coming out is got Master Chief in it.
Does it?
And it's like, the tagline is, after the events of Halo 4 and the defeat of the Didact, Master Chief joined the crew of the USS Infinity. Thank you.
There you go.
But then he left for a mysterious solo mission, and also the UNSC is covering up the existence of the Didact for unknown reasons.
Oh. Well, a living Forerunner, I think that's enough reason.
True. But
Kind of showed them what the Forerunners could do.
it's also implied, and the Didact said at the end of Halo 4 what he was going to do and what he's planning to do. And
Yeah.
he's like, he really doesn't want humanity to take the mantle.
Nope.
But it's also implied that the Didact is not dead.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't he fall into his own...
Yeah, but apparently it's implied that he's not dead. Which would be interesting.
Well, wasn't that laser thing set for human?
Good point.
And he fell through it, so that he could have just fell onto Earth.
I've also got the Forerunner books with the Didact in them, the Forerunner trilogy, and he's a pretty hard guy to kill. So.
What's that? Bullet to the face? Nah, I'm good.
And so yeah, it's the arc in the comics is called the next 72 hours, and it's basically gonna explain what's
the next 72. It's like the new 52.
Yeah, it's it should be interesting. I plan on getting those when they're out in collected edition.
That'll be an interesting read.
Yeah, I'll give you a loan of it once I get it. Because Palma's in it as well, and I think Lasky's in it.
The one thing that I would like to see from Halo is another Halo Wars.
Halo Wars is great.
Because now that they've got Forerunners, yeah, they had Forerunners in the last game, but it was just Sentinels. I think being able to make like Forerunner bases.
Do you mean like having like a Halo Wars type game set in the times when the Forerunners were fighting the Flood?
Something like
or
that.
when they were fighting the humans?
Something like that. That would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be great.
Because you'd have first stage humans then.
Yeah, and like when they were all super sci-fi, you know.
Yeah.
Which I find interesting because in the original Halo trilogy, it was always like we were like dealing with the Flood because the Forerunners had this big war with the Flood. But I like how in the expanded mythology, like with Halo 4 and that, you find out we the humans were the ones that brought the Flood to the Forerunners.
So just get turned around to one of the Forerunners and go, I'm sorry.
It's also in the Forerunner trilogy. There's the Precursors in that, who were like the ones before the Forerunners.
I never knew there was ones before.
Yeah, it's like they're weird. They're not human looking. They're like kind of scorpion-esque. And there's only one living Precursor, and the Didact has like conversations with it. Like that.
Lovely.
And the book's also kind of I forgot the word. They kind of suggest things about the true purpose and origin of the Flood, which is interesting. Because there's a bit in the book where a guy goes completely insane and kills himself because he gets told what the Flood really are. And
I want to know now.
Yeah, read the books, they're great.
That involves reading the... We'll get the audiobook.
There probably is an audiobook. But yeah. So that's enough of Halo. Are you looking forward to the TV show and Ridley Scott's movie?
If the TV show is good, then no.
Correct.
If they manage to play it well, like, there has been some TV shows made out of games. I can't remember offhand, I'm probably just making this up, but
I think of Defiance. Well, that was a show first.
That was a show then. Oh, that game. That was terrible.
Yeah, the show was pretty bad too.
You want to build the game? That's fine. Just install this 10 gig file. You want to keep playing? Here's like another 5 gig. Oh, you've run out of memory? Too bad.
Defiance!
Defiance, everybody!
Yeah. So, I love Halo, and the more the better. So, TV.
Now we're taking a huge leap from space age to medieval age.
Yeah,
We're going backwards in time now.
Probably the best TV show on TV right now.
I don't know, you kind of kick, yeah. Kung Fu Panda.
What?
Madagascar's penguins.
Get out, Chris. Get out.
You're in my house, you get out.
You're fired from the podcast. Game of Thrones, man. Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. I have to agree with you.
So, spoilers here, folks, but...
The bastard's dead.
Yeah, Joffrey! He's fucking dead.
See, while he was dying, though, I was like, he's sitting there choking. I was literally, like, right up at the TV going, the bastard's
Die,
dead.
you fucker. Yeah.
What's that? There's something in the throat? Oh, sorry, I can't hear you.
4 seasons and it finally happened. Though it made me feel quite bad because I've never enjoyed watching someone die more, and it's like I felt quite grim afterwards. It's like, wow, I got really into that.
And it was like you're sitting cheering and everything, and it's like, oh wait, that's someone dying. Sorry for your loss, but not really.
It's like, well, I mean, even the next episode, you know, it's like Joffrey's lying there dead, and Tywin's like, yeah, you was a terrible king, but you listen to me and you'll turn out alright.
It's the way though that, oh, there's the door open.
Oh, I'll just get that.
And the door likes to open itself when the window's open.
Very professional.
Oh, very professional. It's just though you had him lying there, dead, and his mum, Cersei,
Yeah.
and Jaime are like
His uncle slash dad.
his uncle dad.
His uncle dad.
Jaime's just like, oh, there's my dead son. Let's fuck. Like, whoa, wait a minute, that's your son.
Well, you know there's a lot of contra damn you door.
Door decided to open again.
You know there's
See
a
if you put my bag in front of it. Very professional in here.
Yeah. Remember folks, it's the pilot, it's the pilot.
Yeah, it's the pilot. I'll get a door stop for the next one.
Oh wow, that's breaking the budget, Chris. Jesus.
There's a budget?
But yeah, you know there's a lot of controversy around that scene.
No wonder.
There's a lot. It's like it came across as rape.
Well, I think it was. Well, she's going, no, not
Yeah.
now. No,
I
no.
felt quite uncomfortable watching it. It wasn't like
Were
that.
you watching it with family?
No, I
That's
never.
okay then, I was.
I learned after
Oh.
season 1 never to watch Game of Thrones with family.
Oh, look at that, that's quite good. She got sold to that tribe. Oh god, what's he doing to her?
He's mounting her! He's mounting her! Yeah, but I felt quite uncomfortable watching the scene. It wasn't like that in the books. In the books, it was consensual. Because in the books, that is when Jaime first arrives back at King's Landing. Like, at the end of season 3, he arrived back with Brienne.
Right.
And then he went to Cersei. It's like Cersei. Then she looks at him, and that was it. And he's been here. He's been in King's Landing for quite a while now. But in the books, at that point, after Joffrey dies, and he goes to the church to see her, that's him arriving back for the first time, and it's like consensual.
Oh, well, in the TV show, it was kind of rapey.
It was very rapey. Which, you know, kind of, because during season 3 it was the whole kind of redemption story arc of Jaime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew to like Jaime a lot.
So did I. He turned out to be quite a good character.
Despite episode 1 throwing a kid out of a window.
Yeah, that's a bit.
Can you really redeem a guy after that? Episode 1.
I kind of forgot about that, isn't it?
It's like episode 1, he threw a kid out a window. Season 3, I love you.
Hey kid, do you want to fly?
Season
Okay.
4, rapes his sister.
As you do, apparently in those times.
Do you think he can still be redeemable after, like, you know... But then again, it's Game of Thrones, you don't have good or bad characters, it's all grey, you know.
Yeah, true.
Except for Joffrey.
Except for Joffrey.
There was no good about that little bastard.
The character of Joffrey, yeah, but the actor that played him,
Oh, Jack Gleeson.
he did a brilliant job of getting everybody to hate him.
I love that kid. He's retired from acting now.
God, no wonder.
Yeah,
The
well...
amount of death threats that he's gotten.
Oh, that's not right. That's not right. He's just an actor doing a job, you know.
Some people were a bit too naive to realise that.
Well, that's foolish, you know. But he's a great actor. Credit to him. I fucking hate his character, and I'm glad he's dead. But credit to Jack Gleeson. He was phenomenal.
He did his job well.
Oh, damn right. But there's a new king now. King Tommen.
No.
Tommen's a good kid. He's nothing like Joffrey. Yeah.
I've noticed.
Yeah. But yeah, big things are going to come in Game of Thrones.
Ah, you've read the book.
Yeah, and I'm no spoilers. Don't worry, folks. Don't worry. But big things.
Well, as much as I want the spoilers.
No, I'm not gonna spoil it for you because it's awesome.
I'll just Google it later.
No. I wouldn't spoil it, man, because you want to have that impact of seeing it for the first time.
True.
Because when I say big things are coming, I mean big things are coming.
The Hound has a twin sister. Ah!
And it's Arya.
What?
Oh, they're a great double.
God,
They're
are.
brilliant. It's
she's getting rather sadistic.
she is like, yeah, she's become like a death worshipping sociopath, you know.
What do we say to the god of death?
Not today.
Not today.
Although now I'd be like, say hello to death, you know.
Aye.
It's like, you like my sword? I call it needle. Feel the needle!
So, do you need some stitching done? Oh, fine.
Who do you want to see on the Iron Throne? Like, once it's all said and done, who would you like to see be king or queen?
I'm not too sure, because everybody seems rather evil just now.
What, even Daenerys?
Daenerys.
Dragon Lady.
Dragon Lady.
Mother of Dragons. Khaleesi.
She's
Nisa.
She's starting to lose her way a bit. I mean, she was all, oh, Drogo. Now the thief guy's getting in, and she's like, oh, thief guy.
Who is a different thief guy from season 3.
What's his name?
Fuck, I've read. Dario, there you
go.
Dario Naharis.
Naharis.
Yeah, and who a different actor played him in season 3.
I really like the new actor.
Yeah, I think he's better. I mean, in the books, he's very different from both actors, but the guy in season 4 is closer to book Dario.
Yeah.
And I liked him. I like how he did the Indiana Jones move. You know, where the guy was on the horse and he was like doing this big show about how awesome he was, and then he was like riding towards him, and Dario was just like, knife, flick, dead. You know.
Although it was the horse that he attacked.
Yeah.
I think, see if she was more into Drogo, she would at least go on, oh no, that's a horse. Didn't I used to worship them?
Oh yeah, because what were they called?
The Drogo people.
I keep thinking Quinari, but that's Dragon Age.
That's what I was thinking.
Jesus.
Oh,
Dothraki. There you go. It's been a while since I've read the books.
They were all horse worshippers, and they were really high up. And she's just watched a horse die, and she basically smiled.
Yeah, that's a bit. I don't know what about it like that. Fuck you, Danny.
I know.
Fuck you and your dragon. No, I can't say that.
No.
Dragons are awesome.
The dragon would appear. Have you seen the picture that came out of a full-size dragon?
Yes, for the new book that's coming out.
Oh, I saw that cover.
It's like, that was of Aegon the Conqueror on Valyria on the Black Dread. And
the size of it though?
No, it's like, I just think Drogon could reach that at one point.
It's like Godzilla size?
That thing could be Godzilla.
Probably. Just one and gone.
No, it wouldn't stand a chance against King Kong. That was a joke.
I know. I realised that.
But yeah, I'd quite like to see. Actually, I'm not gonna say who I'd like to see because I've read the books, so possible spoilers.
So I'd like to see the Hound on the throne.
It
It just gives everybody chicken.
Yeah, it's like, that's your fucking royalties for today, folks. You cunts.
You're gonna die over some chickens? Someone is.
You speak any more out of your cunt mouth, I'm gonna have to eat every fucking chicken in this place.
That just must be his favourite word.
And in the end, he got his chicken. I love that.
I know, he's riding away in the chicken and she's riding away on her pony.
It's Game of Thrones, man.
I know, it's brilliant.
So, you seen a film recently? A very good film.
I saw it last night.
Yeah, it's Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
There was some bits though that they annoyed me.
I disagree, but speak your mind.
Should we? It's a recent film.
Well, it's been out for a little while now. I mean, we've already spoiled quite a few things.
True.
Yeah.
I shouldn't really care anymore, but
So spoilers for Captain America: The Winter Soldier and maybe Agents of Shield.
Yeah.
And we're
running out of battery on the laptop. Where's the charger cable?
So professional.
Oh, I got kicked out. Where is it?
Should we pause it?
Yeah, we can do this.
Okay.
Okay, the wire should be over here.
And
found it.
Oh, we found it. Found it. Good times. Not to worry, folks. Not to worry.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, that was close.
So,
wait, what were we talking about before the
spoilers for Captain America: The Winter Soldier and possibly Agents of Shield?
Like when Widow threw that electric thing at the Winter Soldier's arm, and it took his arm out for a few seconds. Then he brought it back up, and then Cap put his shield in it to break it off. The Cap should have had enough strength to just rip the arm straight off.
To be fair, the Winter Soldier, aka
Bucky,
is pretty strong himself.
I know, but
because he's got like the robot arm, but Zola also experimented on him quite a bit. So
what was the arm made of? You know?
I think it's vibranium. I could be wrong.
Because if it was just like a normal kind of alloy or metal,
it's adamantium. X-Men crossover.
But if it was like a proper like, iron or something, the Cap could have just easily.
Oh yeah, totally.
That's what kind of got me.
I think the arm is vibranium though. I think it's the same as the shield.
Wasn't vibranium really rare at that point?
Stop using logic against the superhero movie, Chris.
Sorry, but that's what I do. Because even when Stark, Old Man Stark showed him the shield, he was like, "This is all we can find of this certain alloy."
That's a good point.
So, what?
Stop it! Stop! Anything else you had a problem with?
That was about it.
Okay. The arm, that was it.
That was it, just the arm.
So what did you like about the film?
Fucking everything.
We'll go into detail.
All the 3 fucking overpowered helicarriers.
Yeah.
That can detect whether you're going to be a threat to Hydra by looking at your scores. They'd look at me and they wouldn't know what to do.
I'd just be like, fuck, he broke the system.
Error 404, scores not found.
Diablo 3 all over again. Did you like the little cameo? Doctor Strange.
Was he a cameo in it?
Not physically, but they mentioned his name. Like, about people who posed a danger to Hydra. Stephen Strange.
I never noticed him saying his name. How could I miss that?
It's basically set it up for the film in phase 3 because we all know it's coming. Yeah. Kevin Feige's basically confirmed that a Doctor Strange movie's coming. And
that sounds past an hour mark.
Yeah, it was, what did you think about the whole thing? That S.H.I.E.L.D. is the bad guy?
Dun dun dun. It explains why they were trying to weaponize in the Avengers. They still had all the Hydra gear.
It makes a lot of the other movies even better.
True, because there's that hidden motive behind it.
Yeah, like Iron Man 2. That's a better movie now because we know why that guy wants the Iron Man suit. It's for Hydra.
Although, I've lost my train of thought. Captain America is more like Captain Hydra. Because he's not S.H.I.E.L.D.'s mascot anymore, he's Hydra's mascot.
That's a very good point. Which is kind of... He became the new Red Skull in a way.
Oh no, we don't want to know. Do you think he'll ever show up in the new film?
Oh, he's got to. I mean, Hugo Weaving, the actor that played him, said he didn't want to come back. But Red Skull didn't die at the end of the first one. He get transported from.
You never know, mate. Like appear in the background, the Guardians of the Galaxy.
That was. Oh my god! Can you imagine?
Just there he is in the leather suit with the red armband, just kind of walking past nonchalantly.
Got building his own space empire.
It wouldn't surprise me. He's probably done that.
Or maybe he's an agent of Thanos. Oh, interconnected.
I don't think we should start making things up now.
Yeah, that would be brilliant, because we know Thanos is in Guardians of the Galaxy.
True.
And, have you heard, Chris? A certain fanboy actor has hinted that he's in the movie.
I know.
Nathan Fillion himself, folks.
And if you don't know who that is, go watch Firefly.
Yeah, like, if you haven't seen Firefly, what is wrong with you people?
I know. Although you will be disappointed by the end.
Well, you got a movie out of it.
And then the film that killed them all, basically.
Spoilers.
I don't care. That film disappointed me.
Oh, come on. Serenity was good, even though death.
Oh, come on. I am a leaf on the wind. Watch me. Oh, there goes my windpipe.
Oh, wash. Oh, wash.
Exactly. If they were going to kill him off, they could have killed him off in a better way.
But let's not go into Firefly because we'll cry.
Yeah.
Worst tragedy in history.
I know.
Yeah. But Nathan Fillion as Thanos, would you be up for that?
Captain Hammer.
Captain Hammer.
It'd be interesting to see, especially with the chin bulges.
He could pull it off. Nathan Fillion could pull everything off. He is the king of geeks.
And it would make the bulk up a lot. Or they might change the character design.
Well, I mean, most of it's going to be prosthetics anyway.
Yeah, true.
And although there is rumours that it could be Vin Diesel because he's playing Groot, but he also alluded to having another role in a Marvel movie.
They were trying him out for other roles. That's like Dwayne the Rock
Johnson, yeah,
as Green Lantern.
Although I've heard rumours that he could be another character as well. I've heard rumours he could be Darkseid.
Like, there's rumours for everything.
Yeah.
So you don't know until it
Yeah,
happens.
Star Wars Episode 7, rumours for everything. Sorry. Continue.
I've lost my train of thought.
Oh, sorry. Rumours for everything. Dwayne Johnson.
There's just rumours for everything, so you don't know until you watch the film.
So true, so true. I'd be up for Nathan Fillion as fan also.
Well, they have to.
I mean...
I was like, oh, fuck, his cameo in Percy Jackson, did you see it?
Oh, I hate those movies.
The second Percy Jackson film he plays.
I know, he's like, what, Hermes or whatever?
Aye, and it is just like the comment he makes where he's talking about a show and it gets cancelled, and he basically looks straight at the camera and goes, I don't like that about shows. And you're like, I know what you're talking about.
I was like, do you watch Castle?
No.
He's in that, he's the main character. And in one episode, he was dressed up as Mal.
Really?
On Halloween.
Oh!
It was brilliant. And then there was another episode where they were on a convention for sci-fi shows, and they were talking about when a show gets cancelled, and
Oh.
Yeah, it was like, oh, Firefly.
Stop doing this to us!
Yeah, it's like, Whedon, come on, you made the third highest grossing film of all time. I'm sure you could get a sequel to Firefly done now.
You probably could.
Yeah.
There's the amount of people that would fucking back them.
It's like the amount of money he's made for Disney, you know, it's like, I'm sure they could buy Firefly. Then do a Firefly Star Wars crossover.
There's just Serenity's flying about and all of a sudden fucking the Millennium Falcon goes shooting past it.
Then they have to team up to take on the Empire. Oh, what's
Someone make this happen.
Disney. But yeah,
I like how we went from Captain America to that.
It's so professional, so focused. I mean, what else did you like about the film? Did you like the characters in it, like Falcon and Alexander Pierce?
I've seen the animated Avengers and Falcon was in it, and the animated character you can get away with a lot more. Like the wings can shoot like energy beams and shit. And I love the way they done that in, well, they didn't do energy beams, but it was kind of, you flicked a switch and all of a sudden they had to do less MGs.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
That was awesome.
Badass. He looks cooler than what he does in the cartoon. No, I mean, in the cartoon you get like, what, feather wings and whatnot.
Either like,
they're bright red.
I don't know what they are, they're like a type of energy thing that sprout out the side of the backpack.
I quite liked how it was like a military application in the film.
Aye, that was brilliant.
It was like, I never told you I was a pilot.
Although it shows that there was more of them.
Yeah.
So they might try something like that.
Falcon Squad, roll out.
There you go.
What did you think? Let's talk about the after credits scene. Both of them, in fact. Let's talk both of them.
Both of them. Oh, aye. The first one was.
Yeah.
The first one was. If you haven't seen it, then sorry.
Spoilers.
It was the Hydra base that was hidden with Loki's staff.
Yeah, the Hydra.
God damn it, Dale.
It's cut off its head. Don't moisturize to take its place.
It's just the way they had Loki's staff and they were experimenting on it and everything. And then you kind of had the two main scientists or whatever walking out their office. The camera was following.
Baron von Strucker.
The camera was following them from the front. They're talking away. And then they mentioned the twins, and you're like, what twins? Camera pans round. There's one guy freaking out, zipping back and forward in his cell. And there's another woman just happily chilling with some blocks floating through the air. And you're like, I know where they are!
Yeah, and then she goes all crazy and smashes them.
I know, fucking disintegrates them.
She's a pretty crazy character.
Oh yeah, she is.
I mean, in the comics, she she fucked the world up big time. Because she made it where mutants ruled the world.
As you do.
Yeah, and it was called House of M. And then at the end of it, she was like, no more mutants.
Yeah, okay.
And that kind of made a world where there were no mutants.
That's interesting.
It's kind of not like that anymore in the comics, but it was weird. And yeah, the let's go on to the second after credit scene, which is quite small, but it does kind of set up Captain America 3.
It does. With the Winter Soldier, aka Bucky Barnes, he's America's best friend, looking at his own portrait in the museum.
Kind of figuring out who he is.
Yeah. Because Hydra Shield, or whatever you want to call them now, they were kind of electrocuting his brain so he'd forget. I thought that was quite smart.
Yeah, the brainwash and all that. And do you think in the third Captain America we could see Captain America and Bucky, the Winter Soldier, teaming up?
Well, in the comics he has a sidekick. So
Who? Captain America.
Buck Barnes.
Who's the sidekick?
Buck Barnes was the sidekick.
Yeah, he was Bucky, like Captain America's sidekick, and then he died, and then he came back as the Winter Soldier.
Okay, sorry. I don't know my lore for this.
Get your geekery right, Chris. Come on, we're on a podcast called The Infinite Geek.
Oh, I'm sorry. But they might kind of revert back to that.
That would be interesting. I'd quite like to see them too.
Like I could see in my head, like him throwing the shield at someone, bounces off into the distance so that he can't get it, and then just this metallic arm appears and throws it back to him. That'd be cool.
Are you aware of a certain thing that happened in the comics, which was a pretty big deal? It was after the Civil War event. I take from your blank expression.
Right, just keep going.
Yeah, Bucky eventually became Captain America.
What?
Because Captain America, spoilers, died.
At which time?
It was after the Civil War event, which was a huge thing in itself, which I won't go into because it will take too long. And my throat's starting to go. Strepsil.
Alright.
Yeah, and Captain America, Steve Rogers died, and Bucky took his place. Do you think we could see that in the films? Because Sebastian Stan, aka the Winter Soldier, is signed up for 9 films.
What?
It's in his contract, 9 films.
Wow.
It doesn't mean they need to use him for 9 films.
Yeah, true.
Just that if they want to use him, then he has to do it.
Well, if they have got him up for 9 films, then he might play a cameo in the Avengers. He might play the cameo in like New Iron Man, if there is one. New Hulk, new all that.
Would you think it's going to be like? Because it's kind of implied that he killed Tony's parents.
Ah, true.
That's going to be interesting.
That'll be fun for him to find out.
Yeah.
Well, the both of them to find out, really.
It's like, you killed my parents. I did?
Did I?
I can't remember.
Who are you?
Yeah. So, have we talked enough of Captain America?
I think we have.
Okay. It was a good tie-in, it had the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh man, I've seen the next 2 episodes.
I have not.
Oh man. I'll tell you one bit. And
no.
It's not a spoiler or anything. It's one of the Hydra goons is talking to, I'll say the clairvoyant, I won't mention his name so it's not spoiled.
Yeah.
And he kind of goes over to him and the 2 fists go in there and he goes, "Hail Hydra!" The clairvoyant turns around him and says, "Do you know how stupid you look like that?" And then just walks away.
That's brilliant. It is a pretty stupid thing. Because I think in the first Captain America film, it was like...
It was a tie-in to the Hitler salute.
Yeah, it was like, right, we need to make these guys worse than the Nazis. So what can we do? I know, a double Nazi salute.
That sounds perfect!
Hail Hydra! But yeah, moving on, because we won't spoil Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because it got amazing.
It got pretty good.
It really did. I know a lot of people hated it when it started.
I wasn't one of them. I really enjoyed it from the get-go.
I didn't hate it, but I kept watching, but then I just kind of stopped. But I got back into it, and it's pretty damn great now.
It is.
But we'll move on to a film that I've seen recently.
True, you have.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I saw the first one a few days ago.
Just a few days ago?
Not for the first time.
Alright.
I know you just said about your thing, but
it's a great movie.
The Stan Lee cameo in it.
In the library.
In the library. I was wetting myself. It's just the way he's just halfway walking about, he even stops to dance for a bit and then walks out the library and you're like, oh my god, Stan Lee.
That was awesome. A great cameo. The one in the second one isn't as good, I think.
What is it?
It's basically they're at a graduation ceremony and Stan Lee's in the crowd and then he sees Spider-Man swing down in his graduation uniform and he's like, I know that guy. Fair enough. Yeah, it's not as good as the one.
You know he's going to stop his cameos.
What?
I know.
What? Stop the podcast!
I can't remember why, but he is going to stop them. And it's sad to say.
That's not right. I know he's not in Guardians of the Galaxy because he didn't create Guardians of the Galaxy.
Imagine if he was. It's just like him in a spaceman suit, kind of swimming through the air.
It's like
Excelsior! Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, sorry.
Yeah, I seen it.
Not that Tobey Maguire stuff.
No, let's. You know what? I like the first and second Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi Spider-Man films.
Which one was it? It had his good screaming. That was the Doc Ock one. I did the second one.
Second one, yeah. Second one's great.
Oh, that Tobey Maguire scream.
Tobey Maguire, not the best choice for Peter Parker.
No.
Still, like I said, I like the first and second one. They're pretty good films. The third one,
where he goes through his emo stage.
Let's not talk about the third one. They ruined one of my favourite characters. Venom. Like, and if you read the comics, particularly the Flash Thompson comics, I love Venom. He's a great character, and they just
ruined him.
Let's stop talking about Spider-Man 3 because it makes me physically angry.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Alright.
There you go.
We are getting a new Venom tied into the Amazing Spider-Man universe.
Are we?
Did you not know this?
No.
He's getting his own movie.
I want to see this.
Yeah, there's the Amazing Spider-Man 3, then there's going to be Venom, then there's going to be the Sinister Six.
Oh,
they're getting their own movie as well. It's like part of the Spider-Man cinematic universe.
Nice.
They're making it Avengers style. And then after that, there's Amazing Spider-Man 4. Yeah, but Amazing Spider-Man 2, overall, great movie. I really liked it. I really liked the first Amazing Spider-Man. I'd say the second one is better overall, but it does have some flaws.
See, because you've seen it, you can answer this. You know how the Electric dude?
Electro.
You see how the bit? I've seen a clip, and it was him in the New York.
Yeah.
That road place.
Times Square.
Times Square. There you
There
go.
you go.
Shows you how much I know. And him and Spider-Man are standing talking, and Spider-Man saying, "Okay, we'll get away from here and talk about what's going on with you."
I like that bit.
Do you think if that police person never shot, the movie would have been different?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was that guy's fault because Spider-Man was literally trying to
help him.
Yeah, and he was listening because Spider-Man's his hero, and it's actually quite a shame.
Because he was telling him to move away from the sewer grate and everything.
And but that's actually one of my problems with the film.
What?
The underdevelopment of the villains.
Underdevelopment?
Yeah. They're really not developed enough. Like Electro, for example. I'll try to avoid spoilers. Because Chris hasn't seen it, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone.
I want to see it so bad.
It's very good. I recommend it. But Electro is cool before he's Electro. When he's Max Dillon, he's a cool guy. Well, he's not cool. He's quite tragic, but you feel sorry for him. You know, he's like you want it to work out for him. It doesn't. You know, bad things happen to him. And he becomes Electro, which is a shame. Then you get that scene in Times Square where Spider-Man's trying to help him. But then after that, suddenly he becomes like megalomaniac supervillain. It's just, I want to kill Spider-Man.
For no apparent reason.
Yeah, and then there's one point where he gets a costume. Like you've seen the bits where he's got like the hoodie and that.
Yeah.
Right. Then at one point, he gets a costume. No explanation of where he gets the costume from. And it's got lightning bolts on it.
Maybe he had it ready just in case.
It's like one day I'll get
a super suit.
Yeah.
And that bit in Avengers. Where is my super suit?
That wasn't Avengers.
That wasn't Avengers.
That was the
Incredibles.
Incredibles. But it was still Samuel Jackson. He's coming back to the second Incredibles.
Oh, second Incredibles. I want to see it so bad.
I know, right? It's brilliant.
Anyway, Spider-Man.
Yeah. It's I feel like they could have handled Electro's development better. It's not just Electro though. It's the Goblin as well.
The Goblin was Osborn, wasn't it?
It's not Norman in this one. That's not a spoiler because it's in all the trailers.
Yeah,
There's Harry.
It's Harry.
How
did it happen? Or is that a spoiler?
Spoiler.
Oh, god damn it.
I do like how he becomes the Goblin though. It's different from how it usually is. Oh, but I like it because it makes him and Spider-Man more connected in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just Harry comes into it, right? And he's like Peter's best friend, but they haven't seen each other in a long time.
The story from Harry. He got like shipped away to a school, and then this is him just coming back.
Because his dad's a dick.
Yeah.
And
his dad's still alive.
Spoiler.
Okay. Well, you saw him at the end of the first one.
No, you don't. That wasn't Norman Osborn.
He wasn't.
I don't know. He's in this one as well, but I don't really know who he is. But yeah, he gets introduced and he's Peter's friend, and you do kind of feel sorry for him, but it's rushed again. It's like he's introduced in this one movie. We have to establish his friendship with Peter. We have to establish certain problems that he has, which lead him down this path. Then we have to establish that he becomes the Goblin. We have to establish a connection with Electro. We have to establish certain other things, which are
spoilers.
Massive spoilers.
Oh god damn it!
If you've read the comics, you know what I'm talking about. A certain thing that happens between the Goblin and Spider-Man, which kind of makes the Goblin his nemesis. That sounds vague, but if you know the comics, you know what I'm talking about. It just felt too much too soon for one movie. But when he is the Goblin, it's cool. He looks cool.
So it's not.
It's not Willem Dafoe Goblin.
It's not James Franco Hobgoblin.
That was not a goblin. Let's not even go there. Fuck that movie. Oh, fucking you.
Amazing Spiderman 2.
Yes. The film has a lot of setup though for future movies.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm not going to go into it, but yeah, there's a lot of setup, particularly for the Sinister Six. And yeah, big things are coming. Are
they not starting a new comic series with the Sinister Six?
Don't know.
I think I've seen the cover for it. It looks pretty good.
And the Spider-Man comics I've been reading are Superior and Ultimate. Superior ended. I'm so sad.
Amazing is starting again.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the covers for it. They look pretty good.
I'm glad Amazing's coming back because I love Spider-Man. I love Peter Parker, but I really liked Superior Spider-Man. It was a great story.
Dr. Octagonopus.
Octagonopus. His costume was awesome. The metal spider legs.
I don't know, the add-ons that were pretty good.
And you know what? Even though he is technically a supervillain, he did good work as Spider-Man.
Right, he did good being good.
He did good being good.
Yeah.
He did that whole responsibility thing. Yeah, he did good.
He did good.
Good. Which Amazing Spider-Man 2. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd say maybe 7.5. 8 at a push.
You had to start a rating system.
Yeah. 7.35291. Yeah. It's a good film. I think overall it's better than the first one, even though I like the first one. But it does have some issues. Like for me, underdevelopment in the villains. Rhino's in it, but I don't mind him. He's underdeveloped, I think, but he's just got like a cameo appearance.
So you just like appear?
Yeah, he's at the start and then he's at like another bit, and but it's just a cameo, so I can let that off, for not being developed too much. But just Goblin and Electro weren't developed enough. But the movie is great. Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker is amazing.
He's a really good Spider-Man choice.
He had the relationship. That's kind of the main focus of the movie, the relationship between him and Gwen Stacy, played by Emma Stone. That is amazing. It's like some of the best stuff. It's beautiful. And I'm going to go on film critic. I studied film and media production.
We're on a podcast,
2 years. I know a lot about that stuff. But yeah, it's I'd highly recommend it, and I'm looking forward to future installments. So yeah,
I think with this being around an hour and 25th minute, I think we can call it a day.
Yeah.
Or a night, seeing on the time.
It's been fun.
It has.
It has been fun. Shall we do this again?
We shall. It's been like a full day of preparing.
I know. It's. I've enjoyed it though.
We got 7 topics on page. We managed to get a logo.
Yeah. And we'll work on like a theme tune. Sing the theme tune, right? Theme tune. Oh fuck! I did that wrong.
You did do that wrong. We'll figure out something.
Yeah. It's we'll be back and we'll have. Well, should we have guests? We'll have guests, I think.
We'll try and get a guest for next week.
Yeah, next week. So weekly basis then.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
I would see anything wrong with that.
I'm up for that. I get free food at your place.
You do, huh?
Yeah. I'm not a leech. I'm sorry.
Stop bleeding up my hand.
To end this, would you like to do what are the game and film that we're most looking forward to? For
Borderlands pre-sequel.
Does that come out this year?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I should probably know that, seeing that's a good game.
Do you know a game coming out this year that you're really looking forward to?
Is Inquisition coming out this year?
Yes.
Inquisition then?
Yeah, Inquisition is just amazing.
Oh.
It's like the best of Skyrim meets Dragon Age. Oh.
I have to jizz over all the stuff that I've seen for it.
You still haven't even played Origins yet?
I know. Oh no, I haven't played.
Oh, did you play
I
Origins?
played like the first 5 minutes.
You need to go away now. How can you not like Origins?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not a big Dragon. Some people hate Dragon Age 2, but I love Dragon Age 2. Not as much as Origins, but you know.
I really like the second one.
Second one's great.
I'm hoping that in Inquisition they will mix elements of the both.
They've said they are. Inquisition looks like it can be the best.
Inquisition. From the trailer that I saw yesterday, I really hope that it plays the way it looks.
Was that the one where it's like Cassandra's like you walked out of the rift?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks
and like
great.
the way they were fighting, the camera was like underneath near enough.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's like that, but it's not Final Fantasy based fighting. Like you take a turn, you take a turn.
No, it wouldn't be like that.
Really hope it's not, because I hate that type of system.
What about films? Like, what film that comes out this year are you most looking forward to?
This year, I'm not entirely sure. I know I'm looking forward to seeing Pompeii. I know it's going to have a bad ending, but
I can't imagine what was going to happen in it. I've heard it's not very good, but you know,
it's Jon Snow in Pompeii.
Yeah, but it's Paul W.S. Anderson that's directing it.
True.
And I hate that guy.
What about you? Any games or films?
Games, Dragon Age Inquisition, and or maybe Batman Arkham Knight, or maybe Halo 4. If that comes out this year. 5, Halo 5. Sorry. If that does come out this year. Films. God, if it was next year, I definitely know what I'd be saying. Star Wars, come on.
In fact, doesn't Godzilla come out this year?
Godzilla, yeah, Godzilla.
There you go, Godzilla. That's what I'm looking forward to.
The one I'm looking forward to the most. Can I cheat and say 2? Okay.
I've said 2 anyway. So.
X-Men Days of Future Past.
How could I forget that?
And The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies.
How could I forget that too?
Yeah, that's me. And tell us your most anticipated game and film in the comments. You know, shameless plug.
Well, obviously, we're not trying to hold ourselves out.
Yes, we are.
Like and rate on Facebook.
Subscribe.
Right.
And yeah, so it's been fun. Catch us next week.
And before it's an hour 30. Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Bye bye.
Infinite Geek.
For the win.
For the win.
Bye.